everybody, and welcome back to another pregnancy video. Today I'm going to be doing a requested video by a couple of people, and it should be an interesting one because I've had a few of these. But I was asked to do a video on weird or embarrassing pregnancy things that have happened to me. Now, we've all, I'm sure, had some bizarre pregnancy things happen to us, and I am definitely no exception. However, I'm pretty open about myself and my body and what different things are happening to it. So where these things might be super embarrassing to somebody else, I'm more of the person to like have something happen to me and then like tell a whole bunch of people that it happened and like all laugh at me for what just happened. Like just have a crowd of people laughing at me because I was an idiot or something like that. So I'll say that these are embarrassing, but like to other people they'd be embarrassing, and to me I was like, all right, whatever. So one really common thing that happens, and it actually, like, when I talk about it on a lot of my update videos, they seem to get a lot of views. So I know even if somebody isn't going to admit it, it's happening to a lot of other people, because when I tag this in my videos, a lot of people watch them. And so this is when you pee your pants after you sneeze. To say this happened to me once or twice would be a lie. To say this happens to me like every freaking day of my life would probably be more truthful. Now listen, it's not like I sneeze and like I empty my whole bladder all over the floor. It's not at all like that. It's more like you sneeze and you just kind of like trickle out a few little drops, and yeah, it's kind of obnoxious. So I guess probably what most people want to know is like why, how, when, like you want to know the details on it and what makes it embarrassing. This would probably be embarrassing for most people, whether or not it's enough that like it soaks through your pants or something. Like it's uncomfortable to pee your pants and or to have anything come out of your downstairs area at any point of any time, whether you're pregnant or not. So the first time it happened to me, I was like, well, this kind of sucks. But typically it's enough that it can like soak into my underwear and not through my pants. If that's TMI, I don't know. But there have been a few occasions where it has been enough that it will just soak through my pants as well, and you have to change your pants. Has it happened in public? Yeah, it's happened in public, of course. It has happened in public. I sneeze a lot. I have constant allergy problems, and I basically have like an ongoing cold from the time I get pregnant till the time the baby's out. So I am constantly like sniffling, sneezing, everything. And so I kind of started to learn my lesson after a while. And if I know that it's like a bad day for that, or when it starts in my pregnancy, so I'm almost 20 weeks and it hasn't happened yet during this pregnancy, now I probably just jinxed myself. So sneezing and peeing gods, please be gentle on my body. But when it starts happening, I'll just get like those little teeny tiny panty liners and wear those when I go out into public and stuff like that. Like if I'm home, I can always change, or I can bring a change of clothes with me in public. But I mean, it is what it is. And at this point, most people know me well enough. Like I've like told them, I was like, oh man, it just happened again. Like when I get to a certain point in pregnancy, most of the time, like if I sneeze, people look at me and they're like, I know what just happened to you. Like it's not a secret. And if you're somebody who is going through your first pregnancy, or you're like, that's really bad, like why can't you control your bladder? Like it's no joke. Like you can't control your bladder. You can cross your legs, you can try to do whatever you want, but like if there's a lot of pressure on your bladder, even if you don't have to pee all that much and you sneeze and all that extra pressure pushes down on it, it's just gonna happen. It's out of your control. And the other embarrassing thing, I think I only have like really two stories, like this peeing story and then one other thing that I would really consider embarrassing. So I really only have like one other one to talk about. But with my first pregnancy, I was having some leaking issues in the upper region here, starting really early, like really early. My boobs started leaking, and it wasn't like just like a little drips here and there. Like I would wake up in the middle of the night at like 14 weeks pregnant, like like barely pregnant, and like wake up in like soaked clothing because I leaked through, which was really, really weird. So it kind of like happened for a while and then it stopped. And so I was like, okay, well that's fine. It stopped. Like my body, like the hormones must have just been going crazy. But I was wrong. I was really wrong. So I ended up going to my friend's wedding, and I'm sure you know where this is going. I was not in the wedding, thankfully. Not that I like wouldn't have been in it if she had asked, but I was not in her wedding. I was just like a guest at her wedding. And so I was wearing like, you know, my pregnancy dress going up over my belly, and it was like this gray. It was really pretty. I mean, it was like a short dress, and it was made out of like chiffon and other kinds of things. And we're sitting there eating dinner, and I feel my boobs kind of like start to contract. Like if you've ever breastfed or like felt this, you kind of like, you can kind of feel when your boobs start leaking, like they get like this weird tingly feeling kind of thing. And so I kind of felt that happen. I was like, all right, well, that's a little weird. Like, I mean, your body's constantly changing, but I was like, whatever. And then like, I start like soaking through, like, leaking through my dress in the middle of this wedding. And I didn't have any like pads in there or anything. And since I was pregnant, I wasn't having my period, and I wasn't like peeing and sneezing, so I didn't bring any pads with me. So it was like, I'm leaking through and there's like nothing I can do. So we had to go home. We had to leave the wedding because, well, that was just a lot of fun to be leaking through like that. And I ended up falling asleep on our sofa that night. I was out watching TV and I fell asleep on the sofa, and I was wearing the like breast pads or whatever that you can wear, like the nursing pads. Soaked through the nursing pads, soaked through my clothes, soaked onto the sofa. Like, I mean, insane. And what's really, really weird, not really embarrassing part of this, but I will add that some people are going to be like, wow, you must have been like an amazing breastfeeder. Like you were a cow. I will tell you, when she was born, I did not produce enough milk and she had to go on formula. Like after all of that and going through the amount of times that I like soaked through stuff and like I ruined clothing, and then I had the baby and I couldn't produce enough milk. Like that was really weird. So that is pretty much about it. Those are really the only embarrassing things that have happened to me during pregnancy. And like I said, I've still got like 19 weeks to go with this pregnancy. So something could still happen. Now that I've said that's the only thing that has happened to me, probably I'm going to have a lot of other things happen to me in this 19 weeks that I still have left to go. So anyway, let me know if you've had any similar issues to me, or if you have additional pregnancy embarrassing things that have happened to you. I would definitely like to know, and I'm sure people watching this video would like to relate to you as well, because we are all here in this together in this awesome, awkward pregnancy journey, whether it's your first or your 10th or your 50th child. We're all here together. All pregnancies are different, and we all have some really good stories to share. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.